start again.
Awesome. Very good. All right. Hello, everyone, and thank you for participating. And we'll just start this today with the video that started everything, and we'll go into Diane after that. So here we go.
No one asked them to do it. It's their sense of duty. It's their humanity. In the front lines, saving lives. You are our heroes. And the physical therapists of our nation are standing next to you. Working together, we win. Visit www.ptforheroes.com.
All right.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our very special PT for Heroes Town Hall. I wrote this, so I have to read it. I may be looking a little sideways. I apologize. I'm Diane Lilly, and you probably know me from the emails I've sent you, the many emails, the calls we've had over the past month or more. I'm the Director of Marketing and PR for Hands-On Diagnostics, located out of Astoria, New York. Part of my experience with the company is that I also work at the same location as Hands-On Physical Therapy. So I've had the great pleasure of falling in love with all the physical therapists and their patients along the way. And I really mean it. It was a whole new world for me when I started about 1.5 years ago. And what a great community the PT community is. I'm just so thrilled to be involved. Tonight we're honoring our medical heroes and especially nurses, since it's both National Nurses Week, but today is also Florence Nightingale's birthday, which is pretty fitting for this. We have some wonderful speakers, and we'll have plenty of time for you to share your stories or photos or whatever you like. Right now, I want to introduce you to the co-founder of Hands-On Diagnostics, Dr. Dimitris Christopoulos, who along with his partners, Dr. Kostas Rizopoulos and Craig Ferreira, are passionate about our mission for P2 for Heroes, which is to offer free telehealth to our medical heroes. During such stressful times, this support means a lot to myself and to everyone, and I want to thank them publicly for their belief and strong embrace of this initiative that was born as a grassroots effort and morphed into a movement that is still growing strong. Dr. Christopoulos, it's all yours.
Diane, thank you very much. And it would be a major neglect from my side and the side of the HUD's board if we do not recognize you for this. Because the idea of PT for Heroes that then became also OT for Heroes and SLP for Heroes and everything started from Diane. She actually came up with the idea of this grassroots movement because she actually has members of her family who are first responders, who are nurses and doctors, and who are saving lives right now in emergency rooms. And she witnessed the stories of these people where they are trying to save lives without all of them having the appropriate protective equipment. She interacted with people who are making masks in their houses, giving them out. She interacted with people who selfishly acted to help others, in some cases paying that help with their own lives. And then when this started and we started seeing the overwhelming response on this effort by the members of Hands-On Diagnostics and the organizations that are also supporting that. I had the opportunity to join a meeting that was sponsored by Survival Strategies, SSI Nation. And I joined that meeting and I see a whole group of pediatric therapists and occupational therapists and speech pathologists, and in addition to physical therapists. And they say, we want to help too. We really want to help. And then the message grew bigger. It was not any longer a PT for heroes. It became PT and OT and SLPs for heroes, and the message grew. And then what you started doing was something amazing. You started giving life to this grassroots effort by doing your own thing, by going out there in your practices and putting PTs and OTs and SLPs for heroes signs everywhere, by creating commercials, by going to radio stations, by helping people and telling the story. And this is a story that needs to be told. This is part of the bigger story. You know, my mother was born in 1940. And I had a discussion with her because she was born literally around the time that the Second World War was ending, right? And, you know, she was telling me that she never thought that she will witness something in her lifetime that it would be like a war. So yeah, guys, if you think about this, to a certain degree, this is our war. This is the war of our generation. And I sincerely hope that we are going to be smart enough to deal with this the right way and get rid of this and once for all, and not having to deal with this forever and ever. And, you know, actually, the guy who created the PT for Heroes website, the guy I said who created the PT for Heroes website, the other day, he emailed to us and he says, guys, you know what? I want to, I created a little few-second video on what we are doing right now to the virus. And I said, hey, George, yeah, what did you do? What's the video? And I'll show you. This is the video that he sent us that shows what we are doing right now to the virus. So look at that. So we are eradicating that virus, okay?
Hey, George.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So that's basically what I wanted to share at this point. I would like to thank all of you who made this happen. This was, and it is, a grassroots effort. And there are organizations who have supported this effort. I want to help these organizations. You have seen them time and time again at the PT for Heroes website. Yeah, that's what I wanted to share. So who's next? Diane, what am I supposed to do now? I can't hear you.
You could introduce Christina.
Oh, of course I'm going to introduce Christina.
And then Christina has to introduce Dr. Rizopoulos, okay? That's how it works.
Okay, so let me tell you about one of the most dynamic people that I have ever met in my life. This woman is a hero. She is actually an individual who, when I think of her or when I talk to her, she always inspires me. Cristina Panetta is not just a successful physical therapist, but she is a true humanitarian. Any type of situation that she gets, that she hears about, and she finds an opportunity to help, she always does that. Cristina is not only here because she got very actively involved in the PT for Heroes campaign, but she has helped in so many things around this planet. I have to tell you that when the catastrophe happened in Haiti, Cristina was there, and she has been there time and time again to help that country stand on its feet. Cristina was not there only for the period of time that the media were there. She was there after the media walked away. She helped that country. She helped to establish an actual physical therapy school in that country. She even adopted an entire family and she brought them in the United States. I have no more words to say, Cristina. You are my hero. So there you go. That's my introduction for you.
Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. And, you know, I couldn't have done all those things just like PT for Heroes. It really takes a community. And my whole community supported all of our efforts in Haiti, but so did my family. And, you know, when I first heard about PT for Heroes, I have so many friends that work on the front lines, like pharmacists at Stony Brook University, physical therapists that work there, nurses. I have friends that are doctors that work in the emergency room. But my very own family, my daughter, Therese Panetta Young, who I guess, you know, she helped in Haiti also, but she works full-time as a physical therapist and her husband is a police officer. But both of them, outside of work, they volunteer at our local community ambulance. And, you know, these people, these direct responders, they're the people that go to people's houses and, you know, they're the first ones that have to enter into sometimes a very unsafe environment when people are sick. So I wanted her to share what she has been doing with PT for Heroes with some of the people that actually work at the ambulance. Therese.
Hi. So, yes, we were excited to join in this force to help people on the front lines. And because I volunteer, I'm friends with a lot of people who are paramedics and EMTs. So I've been able to help some of my friends who are paramedics, trying to help people who are sick and screen them out and get them to the right place as they need to be. Somebody who I'm working with right now actually contracted COVID and recovered and is doing well. So I'm able to do PT with Heroes for her. And she's having a lot of back pain and overall deconditioning from not being able to do so much for 2-week period time. So I'm grateful for you guys to have put this together, and I'm looking forward to helping more heroes out there.
That's great. So, Christina, you're done too, right? That's awesome.
Yeah, you know, I think that the important thing about us as physical therapists being there for the people that are on the front lines is, you know, there's only a certain limited number of people that can work in the hospitals and that have the skills to do the things what people need. And they sometimes are working 12, 13 hours days, and they usually are the type of people, they put themselves first before everybody else. So I feel like we're the people that are kind of like holding them up so that, they can do the work that they can do. And, you know, we're making sure that they stay strong, and it helps, you know, it's such a wonderful thing to be able to help so many people. So it's very exciting.
So
And I know that, am I introducing Costas?
yes, do that.
So, you know, I have listened to, and I've had the good opportunity of getting to know both Dimi and Costas, but, you know, these guys have like an amazing story, you know, coming over from Greece, and many people don't know their story, but, you know, those of us on the inside circle, we get to know that these guys have created who they are and come here and really built just wonderful organizations that not only help just in the local area, but like Costas, they teach other physical therapists. They broaden all of our skills. They, you know, open up new opportunities for people. And more than anything, I have to be thankful for Costas for just his sharing and his caring, and the way that I learned so much from him in terms of how he interacts with staff, and, you know, bringing the caring, always keeping the caring first, but being open and willing to share with everybody else out in the, not just even the United States, but across the world, all of the skills and, you know, the knowledge that he has. So I'm very excited to be part of this group and have you in front of us.
Thank you, Christine. Thank you very much for your kind words, really. And again, I am who I am because of you too. And if this pandemic, COVID-19, whatever you call it, if there is something that we have learned from it, is that the more we stick together, the better we can function and the better we can survive through it. Okay, this is the message. And again, thank you for your kind words. And it's interesting when the whole thing started, and when I start realizing the extent of what COVID-19 is, and how that pandemic has influenced other countries and that is coming towards us, there was a point that I was kind of paralyzed. I totally paused, and I'm like, okay, what's next? You know, what do I do? And I went through that mistake of internalizing the problem, and I'm like, oh my God, you know, I'm getting lost. I'm going to lose everything, whatever I've built, and all this negative scenario. And I'm like, okay, that cannot be the way. So Diane came up with the idea of the PT for Heroes, and that was like that bright light that, you know, oh my God, you know, there are people out there, they're doing something fantastic. You know, they are putting themselves in danger to produce something so unique as to protect us. And I'm like, what about if we can do something similar? And I saw our role as a physical therapist, as a diagnostician, that, you know, I'm here, I'm going to do my best, not only to help my co-workers to understand that what they're doing is extremely important, but even the patients coming in, they were going, oh my God, we're so thankful that you are here, we are open, and you're giving therapy to us. And I'm like, you know what? The fact that you are here, that means that you have enough energy to come out from your house. Utilize that energy and help others to feel that, to feel the possibility of, you know, now is the time to be in control. Now is the time to do something about it, and get out there, help as much as you can. So thank you, Diane, for the whole initiative, and thank all of you guys for being here tonight. And extremely important, this is the most important part. Again, being in control, then you can really manage anything in life. The more we know, the more we can handle this problem, the faster and the safer we're going to go out of this. There is no way we will go in one or the other way. There is an end to it. It might be slightly prolonged by a few months, doesn't matter. We will go through it, and the messages and the lessons are great. The fact that we're still here and we're doing what we're doing, as you know, Diane is being initiated, is because of all these people. And it's not only the nurses and the doctors. What about the UPS guys and the conductors, you know, the bus drivers, the garbage collectors, all these people are the heroes, guys. This is amazing. You know, people are bringing Amazon packages, and I'm like, you know, sometimes I want to cry because, you know, they are there. They are there. Some of them, they do it because they want to do it. Some of them, they do it for the money. Some of them because they're scared. But a lot of them, they do it because they feel it's the most important thing right now to keep doing what they're doing. I had a conversation with a post office gentleman. He brings our mail. And, you know, we're talking for half an hour in the sidewalk. And he's like, and it's so important. First time in my life, I felt so strong. What I do, it's so important, you know, and I go out there and I make them smile. I don't leave from their apartments before I make them smile. And I'm like, oh my God, you know, this is amazing. So again, thank you all of you guys for being here. Thank you, Diane, for your initiative. So what I'm supposed to do next?
Now, Robert Fleming, you introduced.
Oh, Robert. He is my hero. We go back so many years. And I think, Robert, he's really one of those individuals that has so much knowledge and an amazing ability of delivering that knowledge to his public. And I admire your patience. I admire your energy. I admire your overall aura, that whenever I see you, I feel so nice and calm. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you, Costas. I don't know about calm inside or anything like that lately, but I found it very interesting to be part of this whole PT for Heroes, largely because, again, like Diane, a personal connection. My daughter's a nurse. I think I've shared that with everybody. Actually, my best friend's a nurse, and so you get kind of firsthand knowledge of what they're kind of going through. It's not only so much the stress and the long hours, but they're seeing sometimes some really, I guess it is stress, terrible things, you know. And my daughter's talked about people who, you know, are dying alone. They can't die with their family around them and stuff. So you try to be, you know, kind of their family. So, you know, that's a lot of stress. So that's, what could we do to help these people feel better? So what, you know, they have tightness and things like that from stress. And so we could give them some exercises or offer them something, or just somebody to talk to try to help them feel better and get through that next step. That's what I'm happy to do. And I want to thank Diane too for helping out with our little commercial, or not commercial, our TV segment as well. So we got a little bit of PR, and I want to thank her for that. That was all her. She made the contacts. So
actually, why don't we show that? I would love to show that. So I'll share it right now so you guys can see, like News 10 New York. All right, so here you go.
Hours to stay ahead of the coronavirus. News 10's Michaela Singleton spoke with a physical therapist today who has an idea of how to help healthcare workers and first responders relieve their stress.
It's not a stretch to say that our healthcare workers, cleaning staff, first responders are stressed out during the COVID-19 crisis. A local physical therapy office is taking part in a big initiative to help frontline workers work in a little self-care. Even seasoned heroes are wearing themselves out, working day in and day out to fight coronavirus.
It's so easy for us as human beings to really get sort of hyper-focused on what we're doing. You know, people have some heightened anxiety. I think people are getting achy. Their bodies are getting achy.
Dr. Robert Fleming says he and some of his New York colleagues in the physical therapy industry were talking about how they could help out during the crisis. They landed on PT for Heroes, a national plan to offer their services for free to healthcare workers, first responders, even cleaning staff, doing everything they can to fight the pandemic.
So what's going on? What's bringing you today?
Okay, I got a little bit of soreness on the right-hand side of my neck at the base.
You know, you're working maybe double shifts, lots of stress, seeing some really stressful things. So you need to take care of yourself. And that's what we're kind of trying to help them do, help them feel better so they can continue to do their jobs and do their jobs well.
They're reaching out to local hospitals and government agencies, offering telehealth sessions to anyone who needs them. They're focusing on common ailments of frontline workers like neck, back, and foot pain.
Can you raise your arms up in the air? Does that do anything there at all? No, okay. Very often, say in a hospital setting, there's a lot of forward bending. So simply, you know, leaning backwards, you know, opposite of the direction, bringing your neck backwards. backwards and upwards and things like that, and just going through more range of motion.
Dr. Fleming hopes doing their small part will help keep frontline workers at the top of their game.
We're just trying to get people back to doing the things they want to do every day and feel better, really.
Listen, you're doing heroic work right now, and to be able to keep doing that work, it's so important to be able to take care of yourself.
I'll be in touch.
Reporting in the Capital Region, Michaela Singleton, News 10 ABC.
All right.
Thank you. I just want to add one more thing, though. My daughter, who's a nurse, gave us a little news on Mother's Day. She's going to make us grandparents.
Oh, that's great.
Our first little grandbaby. So,
Oh,
but thank you, Diane, and thank you, everybody.
it was all you. It was all you.
Really something we look forward to helping out with.
Thank you. Well, see, we're getting great stories here. Now we want to go over to James Savas. He's our Deputy CEO. He's been with us since the beginning of COVID-19, basically. That's when he came in. And we love him, and he has something to share. So he's amazing, everybody. If you haven't met him yet, you're going to love him. Here you go, James.
It's very sweet, Diane. Thank you. Yeah, I have a story. My story is from my cousin. My cousin is a respiratory therapist in the city, in a large city hospital. And he couldn't make it live here. He wanted to, but he wanted me to read. It's a little good news story, but it was real sweet. And you get the idea of what they're going through with these people and why are they doing what they're doing as healthcare professionals, as we all do. And I thought I'd read it to you guys. One night, the ventilator of a COVID-19 pediatric patient, I think it was a 7-year-old, who was on a ECMO, it's a special oxygenating machine, and on full ventilator support, had to be changed due to a mechanical problem with the machine. Without any hesitation and with no seconds lost, a few of the day shift colleagues jumped in and worked extra time, and they're already working the hours they're working, right, of course, and jumped in and made sure, including the nurse of the patient jumped in without hesitation, and with their extra help, they were able to switch out this unit really fast, not exposing my cousin to the virus. And he has elderly parents that it would be definitely would be in that bucket to not expose. And also the child had no loss of any time with the mechanism. So very cool teamwork, real nice story from my cousin. He wanted me to say that he wanted to acknowledge himself, all respiratory therapists, physical therapists, nurses, and healthcare workers who provide excellent patient care to all away from their families and friends. There he is. There's Nick, another good Greek guy. And amazing what they do. So and he has a little quote here, which I thought was real nice, from Maya Angelou. You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, how you can still come out of it. Really nice little quote there, I thought. So, yeah, so again, I want to acknowledge the same people that you've heard so far this evening being acknowledged. Diane for the initiative here, and just putting the mind to put this together and get it going and get it promoted and get people out there help. Really, it's about getting the people help. And then Dr. Rosopoulos, and the crew at Hands On Diagnostics and Hands On PT, who have this as a venue, who can afford the time and effort to put this on and get their colleagues involved, because not everyone is doing that. They don't have time to do it. They don't have the wherewithal to do it. Or they just don't want to do it. Maybe they're a little bit depressed, but the fact that it's a constant help flow, a constant, how can I help you? How can I help you? From everybody on the call, Christina Panetta, I know a little bit, and Bob, of course. So, I love being a part of the group that's doing this kind of stuff on a nationwide scale, not because it makes any money, but because people need the help, and we know we can provide the help. So the purpose is very high. So anyway, acknowledgement to all you guys, of course. Glad to be part of the team, and I will let Nico know that we validated him on this call. And thanks for being here, everybody. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, James. And we know Nico, and he is pretty amazing. And he wanted to be here tonight, but he is working right now. He is in the in the ICU right now. But I also wanted to say that we had several sponsoring organizations, right? But I will tell you that one specific sponsoring organization, and specifically one individual, really made it his business to promote this grassroots effort every single moment that he was in the air, in an event, in anything that he had exposure to public. And I believe he did that because he really is an individual who believes in helping others, not just as a one-time gesture, but as a lifelong purpose. And this is Tim Mantis. Tim, I want to acknowledge you for that. And please say a few words. You got to unmute.
Thanks, Jimmy. You know, there's a lot that goes on in a time like this, and I think that, you know, I was going to ask you, okay, so where do we go from here? Because to me, it's if, you know, we all get this on our Facebook page individually and in our clinics and keep it going, we'll get more people that we want to actually serve, which is the whole point of this. And I think that's really important. And, you know, obviously guys, you know what it's like to help people and without expecting something. And, you know, it's very gratifying. So thanks to you.
Thank you. And what we wanted to do at this point, we wanted to open this up to the group for you guys to share something, say anything that you like, say a few words why you decided to be involved in this effort and what it meant or it means for you. So go ahead, just unmute and there you go.
We know you're not shy. No, everyone's shy tonight.
Anyone. So, all right, then let me just show something from a couple of people that we have that shared their stories and why they did it in the website. Here is Cindy Prentice.
Hi, my name is Cindy Prentice. I'm a physical therapist and owner of Physical Therapy and Beyond in Easton, Long Island. First, I'd like to thank the first line healthcare workers for COVID-19. You guys are awesome. We'd like to offer you free physical therapy for pain relief via telehealth. So just click on PT for Heroes and fill out the form and we'll be in touch with you. Remember, you guys rock. We appreciate everything you do. Thank you.
And there was actually Cindy. And here is a story from these guys here.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lydia Anderson.
And I'm Warren Anderson. Together, we founded Access Physical Therapy, a telerehabilitation company to expand the reach of physical therapy services for those who need access to care virtually, whether in remote locations or just due to busy lifestyles.
We know that times are tough for everyone right now, and even more so for the essential workers on the front lines of the coronavirus pandemic. That's why we're happy to partner with such a great initiative as PT for Heroes to provide free care to doctors, nurses, and other healthcare providers during these times as our way of saying thank you.
Access Physical Therapy can provide services to healthcare providers in Massachusetts and in Oklahoma, whether your pain is work-related or an ongoing problem. Healthcare workers, please don't forget to take care of yourselves. Go to ptforheroes.com and look for our Access Physical Therapy logo.
We are Access Physical Therapy.
Always there.
These guys were among the first facilities that they actually created something and they posted it online. We've had here, because I thought, and I still want her to share, but sometimes she's a little, I don't know, I don't want to say timid, but she is such an accomplished therapist and an incredible human being. But unless I really force her to share something, she really doesn't. So here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show her video, and then I'll force her to say something. There we go.
Hi, my name is Andrea Wolkenberg, and my company is Spine Solvers, Inc. I do concierge home care physical therapy in New York, and I'm primarily a manual therapist. In this coronavirus epidemic, there's not a lot of manual therapy to be done, or home care for that matter, so I'm sheltering in place. It's my honor and my privilege to be able to offer telehealth services to our brothers and sisters who are on the front lines and who are putting their lives on the line every day for the rest of us. I want to thank them, and I want to thank PT for Heroes for the opportunity to be able to contribute something in the middle of this crisis. I well remember 9/11 when I was on the front lines. It was a seminal moment in history, and it changed the way the world worked. This will change the way the world works as well, maybe in an even more profound way. So whatever we can do, we need to do. Thank you for those people who are on the front lines. Thank you to PT for Heroes. Thank you for those of you who are sheltering in place the way you're supposed to. And I'll see you on the other side.
All right.
Hi, my name's Andrea Wolf.
And if you don't want me to keep looping this again, you better talk right now.
Okay, I'm going to talk. I'll talk. So I want to say, first of all, that I have known Kostas and Dimi for more than 30 years, I think. It's it's quite something, a little depressing actually, but likewise, they are two of the most dedicated people, not only to the profession, but to higher humanity. They're just, I'm so proud to be their friend, and so grateful for everything that they have done for the profession, for me, and this entire initiative. So thank you very much for that. I'll share one story. It's very hard, I think, when you are a caretaker and you can't take care of people. And so this is a great way to direct that energy. And I was able to reach out to the folks at New York Presbyterian and offer, I made a video for them on how to apply kinesio tape, because I'm a kinesio taping instructor as well, and how to apply kinesio tape to your face in order to protect your face from the ravages of PPE. So that was kind of gratifying that I could do that little bit. I hope that there are many first responders and people on the front line who are watching this and who will take advantage of this service that is offered to them. And we just need to keep letting people know that we're out there and we're here for them. So that's what I have to say, shy or not.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andrea. I keep putting my reactions here, the clapping. So, so please, anybody else who would like to share, please go ahead and share something.
I have a story to share, actually. My middle son lives with a young woman who's going to be his wife. Her name is Jenny, and she is a delivery and labor nurse at NY Langone, so New York Langone Hospital. So she has been in the thick of COVID-19 since it began, and she has said that almost every patient, every woman that came in to deliver had COVID-19. So she did contract it, and she was asymptomatic. But, you know, as my son said, I'm not leaving the girl I love. And I'm like, okay, just be tough. You stay with her. So they're together. He did get very sick, by the way, but thank goodness he's better. He had a really tough time. But what she brings to me almost every day is our wonderful stories. Almost everyone she's dealt with, there have been many, many moms and children, are fine. Even with the virus, they're getting through it. She's been lucky. She's had a few patients who weren't fine, but she said about 95% have been awesome, and the babies are tough, and they're doing quite well on the most part. So that's wonderful for you to know.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Diane. Is there anybody who would like to share anything else?
You, go ahead, share.
Hi, I'm Lillian.
Hey, Lillian.
I'm an occupational therapist. It sounds like I'm a minority of the group here, pediatric, and I've been sheltered since March 2nd, trying to figure out how to get with this tech stuff since I'm an old lady and I'm a senior citizen. I'm using that as my excuse and I'm sticking to it. But I ran into Tim. Thank you for being on, Tim, because he's been an incredible link and resource for me. Because I'm from the old school where I built an incredible practice. I teach around the world, and I'm very highly specialized, but I'm a one-man show. And so all you young people, you're doing a great job. I really love COVID because it's bottom-up organization. You all have shown incredible, wonderful ingenuity in coming to the front and helping others. So the reason I wanted to say something was because, number one, I'm trying to think of ways of getting different hospitals to be aware of the heroes that I signed up for. No one seems to know. And I asked if anyone knows if anyone else in Chicago is signed up, and we don't know that resource. So anyway, I single-handedly got a $10,000 donation to give to a, okay, so let me backtrack. My significant partner friend is a 70-year-old he's 4 board certified ICU, critical care, hyperbaric, pulmonary. So he was asked to step aside for the youngsters to be at the front line. So many of them are his students, and his students become his family. And so we were very worried about their safety. And we were finding that the PPEs were not getting to them. They were going to the ER, they were going to everyone else, when in fact, they're the ones who are doing the venting and watching the terrible statistic of most of those people dying. So Dr. Zanetti actually is sitting next to me here, but he developed a plan for 2 months because he's also been sheltered in place for 2 months and feeling very frustrated that he can't help be at the front line. So he, on the sidelines, read everything there is to do, about COVID, and he developed a program which we hope will become, if someone will allow him to do it, is using the hyperbaric as a, instead of proning and some of these things that are not working, as a last step before the venting. And there's some success in Louisiana. We found out that, all the cases that they've used the hyperbaric have survived and walked home. And so that's good news, but it's still new news. So they're doing a IRB for the hospital. They're waiting for some more research to come in before they can do it. So meanwhile, while we're stuck at home, we got this money for this James Beard award-winning chef to make dinners for the ICU, MCU in the evening, because the daytime, all the donations go to the ones that are in the morning, ER, everyone else. So we got enough money so that we can keep going, giving them 2 meals a week. And we're distributing it to even the essential services, the people who are cleaning up, who never get anything. And the respiratory therapists who also minimally get anything, and predominantly giving the money to them. And because I'm Chinese, I did my Chinese connection thing, and we got all sorts of donations from China when everyone was kind of getting fearful that, you know, COVID was coming in with these Chinese PPEs. So we got the hazmat suits and everything else. But I'm trying to get people then to be aware that they just had a doctor seminar this morning from the hospital about how to handle stress. And had I known about it, and if I had a video that you guys had for, you know, what you all do, I could have shown it, and that would have given more weight to, hey, you know, I'm here to, you know, here's a website for you guys to go if you need, you know, if you're stressed. So if I can get that or somehow, or figure out how to do it, and you coach me through it, I will get that to the marketing department at the hospital. I will get it to the COVID, you know, staff, so that they all know about it. And I apologize because I need a lot of coaching from you all you youngsters who are teaching the old lady some new tricks. So that's why I was anxious to meet you all, and thank you profusely, because you're doing exactly what I'm doing, but you have some oomph to you have some skills more than I have. So, efaristo. All of you.
Yeah, we're going to talk in the morning, Lillian, okay? I'm already ready.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
He's the one you want to talk to.
Yeah. Are you mostly in New York, you guys? Are you in mostly everyone in New York?
All over the place, all over the country.
I know that, but I didn't know if, you know, because it doesn't really show, so I'm not sure how many people are getting success in people calling them.
There are like over 155, I think, facilities around the country right now. No, not facilities, over 150 organizations with multiple facilities, each of them around the country, that are part of the PT or T and SLP for Heroes campaign. So
yeah, we just had someone sign up with, I think she has 14 locations and I think 153 physical therapists. She just signed up yesterday.
Yeah, so this is what it is. I know people are signing up, but I don't know if the hospital people who are doing it are aware and how to market that to them and that kind of thing.
Right. We've been doing flyers and emails and calls, but we really can't get in to see. That's the problem. We have to judge it by who contacts us. So we're telling everyone to contact who they know and share it. It's on the resources area of our website too.
Yeah.
I will send you the video and everything else by email, so you have it.
Perfect. I'll type in my email. Anyone that wants to talk to me, great.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks, Lillian.
Anybody wants to share anything else? Open mic. I think Karen tries to say. Karen tries to speak. I think.
Yeah.
I have a question, and that is, the practice I'm at, we're interested in being involved in this effort. We don't know how, those of you who've done it, how are you sourcing your clients that are the first responders? Like, how are you finding them? I mean, if you don't happen to have a friend who's a nurse or an EMT, like how are you getting those?
So what we have done, so that I can answer to that, is first of all, people who practices that go into the site, they go and they join us, and when they join us, we list them. Okay, so here are the practices we have joined so far. I mean, there are a lot of practices. Now, so in here, we have now resources. If you go under resources, you're gonna find different things that help you promote. For example, we have a flyer that we have created that you can print it and you can post it in various hospitals, or you can forward it to anyone in any hospital organization. We have a press release that we have created that you can forward anywhere you have, or where you want. But also, we are providing you with contacts from the different associations, the APTA, the AOTA, the speech pathology, even the American Academy of Emergency Medicine. And we have provided you with actual letters that you can write to them. You can insert your name and you can send them letters about them supporting and promoting this effort to their members. And we have even created an actual video, in which video we walk you through step by step how to get involved and what to do exactly, outlining the 4 steps of the campaign and what exactly you need to do. So these are resources that are available, and you can go and follow these, and any other suggestions that you guys have. We're very open to really implement anything you want to let us know. And then we have, for media organizations, we have The Story. We have been featured in New York Post, other media organizations, podcasts, name it. I mean, what can I tell you? Like, look at what these guys are doing. These guys from Apex with their dog, they are helping PT for Heroes. Visit the website, pt4heroes.com. So there's a lot of things that people create themselves. We try to do postings all the time. And by the way, those of you, if you deliver telehealth to first responders and you want you want a free service to offer the telehealth, one of our sponsors, which is Better PT, they are giving you free telehealth platform to deliver the services to first responders. So there are different possibilities that there are here and we can help people with. Any other questions or anything? Before we close, I would just like to share something. And I'm going to tell you this, that I'm going to give you the definition of 2 words. One is the word confront. And I don't necessarily mean with the word confront to really punch somebody in the face. What I'm talking about when I'm saying confront is just sit comfortably and look at something, observe something comfortably, okay? That's what I mean confront. And the definition of persistence, that's when something persists, which is something remains to be there, right? So I am operating under a belief that anything we do not confront, it persists. If something that we're afraid of, we cannot just face it, confront it comfortably, that thing will persist. So although it is important for us to have an understanding, a good, deep understanding, and take the proper measures for COVID-19, we should not be afraid of it. We should understand it. but we shouldn't be afraid of it. Because if we're afraid of something, that something will be there. Because when we become afraid of it, we are withholding from doing something about it. If we confront it, if we face it, then chances are that we are going to do something about it to eradicate it. So I'm just inviting everybody to just confront it. Continue being heroes, helping other heroes, and we'll get through all this together. So, I mean, on behalf of our organization, Hands-On Diagnostics and the Hands-On companies and all of the sponsoring organizations of this grassroots effort, I would like to thank you for your contributions and for your support. And that's all.
Thank you, Denise.
Okay, thank you guys, and
Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
And good night.
Good night.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No one asked them to do it. It's their sense of duty. It's their humanity. In the front lines, saving lives. You are our heroes. And the physical therapists of our nation are standing next to you. Working together, we win. Visit www.ptforheroes.com